TikTok this.
Well, let's YouTube this.
Oh, okay.
So what do you want to talk about?
How I used to copy typical girls.
Why did you do that?
Because they could do things that I couldn't, and I got very jealous, and I wanted to be like them.
Right. So you weren't doing it to be mean.
No, I wasn't doing it to be aggressive.
You were doing it because you felt sad that you couldn't do the things that they
But
were doing.
would I sneeze in an aggressive way?
Sneezing was one of the things you did when you copied.
Sleeping.
A girl used to fall asleep on the bus, so you would copy her.
No, not only that, I'd also copy other girls when they would fall asleep.
Oh, any girls on the school bus.
Yeah, not just that one girl.
Okay, and you did that because you were trying to be like them.
And whenever they would eat some food I don't like, I would get a plastic food of the toy of it and pretend to eat it just like they did.
What would you do? Run to the store and buy it? I don't
No,
understand.
it was just like a food like I used to have toy foods growing up.
Okay, so you're talking about kind of a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm just want to make sure about what it was like, life was like.
When you copied the other kids, did you do it in front of them? And how do you think they felt?
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, probably. Do you like to be copied?
It depends.
It depends.
Depends on what they're doing.
Depends on what they're doing.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Are you copying me?
Copying me?
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
No, that makes me uncomfortable. Thanks for showing me how it would look.
Yeah. Thank you for being patient with me. But yes, it's uncomfortable. And we can't do that to other people. We want to treat them the way we want to be treated.
Do you remember when I also eating was also a jealousy thing. Whenever a typical kid would eat something yummy, I would make that noise because I felt so hangry.
Oh, okay. But, you know, in general, we don't want to do that because that makes people uncomfortable. If there's a way to just go, well, I can't do what they're doing, but I'll learn it in my own time, which is now what you have done.
Yes.
Learn things in your own time, in your own way, which is great. Right? Okay. So I understand that you did that for that reason. But in general, we always want to think of other people's feelings.
And also, I used to call typical girls mermaids.
Right, because...
mermaids felt isolated and alone like me.
But you called them mermaids.
Yes.
But I thought you were the mermaid.
Well, it's because I was jealous.
Okay.
Because mermaids felt isolated and alone.
Okay. What kind of an emotion is jealousy?
A bad emotion.
Can you describe it?
To me, and you know what? When I was younger, I say I'm not having jealousy. Jealousy's for boys.
I don't understand.
It's because of memories from a mean teacher.
Okay, so you're talking in memories now.
Yes, because I'm a Gestalt learner.
I know, but what do we do with that? Rather than keep talking in memories, can you translate for me?
Yes.
Right?
I will try the best I can.
Use the feeling words. Instead of saying the boy things, what do you say? Felt sad?
I felt sadness.
Then you say, I felt sad when
I was that age.
Okay.
But now that I'm an adult, I've come a long way.
You sure have, girl. You have a lot to be proud of what you've accomplished.
Okay.
But we're going to keep talking about these things so that we can understand. But in general,
all right.
If you have someone that you love on the spectrum that's maybe younger and they're having a behavior, like Abbey was copying people a lot. I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I later found out she was copying other girls because she wanted to be like them. It wasn't mean-spirited at all.
No, I wasn't mean at all.
No, you weren't mean. You were sweet. But the feeling of copying
doesn't
feel good. You just said you felt uncomfortable.
It's like in the movie Inside Out. Or in that book, A Bad Case of Stripes.
Okay.
It's about a girl who loved lima beans. She never ate them because the other kids didn't like them. So she wanted to fit in. So she pretended she didn't like lima beans and she turned striped. That book inspired me.
Inspired you to be your true self?
Yeah. And when the kids were bullying Camilla, and when they did the Pledge of Allegiance, she turned red, white, and blue. Because she was copying the flag, right?
Right. She just wasn't being her true self. But now you know you can be your true self.
And when the doctors gave her pills, she turned into a big pill the next day.
Right. Okay.
And she turns into her own room. She melted into the walls of her bedroom. Because she wasn't being her true self.
Okay.
But then once she ate the lima beans, she went back to her true self.
All right, so being your true self is a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to do that, and we're going to just wanted to tell other people that sometimes younger kids on the spectrum might be having behaviors that are related to something that's very, very real for them. And it's not mean-spirited. And it's not like they don't understand. I was really surprised when you told me that you were copying other kids because you wanted to be like them.
Yeah.
That's not what I saw. I knew you weren't being mean, but I couldn't figure it out. It seemed like it was an anger thing, but it actually wasn't. You just wanted to be able to do what they could do.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
Now you can.
That's why I've always wanted to be an adult, because I knew I could do what they could do.
You knew that when you got older, you would be able to get your
brain to do what I was telling it to do.
Yeah, her brain to do what she was telling it to do. And that was the frustration. Don't you think maybe some kids that have problems with getting their words out might feel that same thing?
Mm-hmm.
That means you have the desire to do something. You have the desire to participate. You have the desire to converse. But your brain won't do it. It just sort of stops. But that feeling is still there.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty frustrating.
Yes.
But you never gave up.
Right.
Kept working on it.
Yes, we did.
Great job.
Good job.